Hello viewers, and welcome back to Pikmin 2, except this time it's gonna be a bonus video. Just something in between the videos with more content. I'm just gonna be looking at the Piklopedia. Cause I personally want to look at all of these, and I also know a lot of people won't want to, just sit through me reading this stuff. I talk like I have like over 100 viewers or something and not like 4. But still, I mean, that's 4 people, so I'm gonna try to accommodate everyone's interest. And yeah, so if you're not interested in the Piklopedia, just skip this video. I'll post an actual progression video the same time as this one, so you can just go to that one. But yeah, we'll start with the citrus lump here. Actually, I might have read this one already. Yeah, because it resembles the president's head. Look at the toxic toadstool next. This dubious morsel doesn't look like it would be very agreeable with my innards. However, I bet Louis would try a bite. His appetite is insatiable, and he's always cooking up tasty meals. I'm glad that on this expedition our ship's reactor can power our life support systems indefinitely, unlike last time. This will give us all the time we need to thoroughly examine all the treasure we recover. I don't care if the president wants us to hurry. I've had enough of his hassling. I think I'll move more slowly, just to cause him indigestion. Olimar is a petty man. Olimar is a petty man. Grassy plains and meadows on this planet are carpeted with brilliantly covered flowers in bloom. When I entered the atmosphere on my descent from space, I was stunned by the vibrant sight. The other day, a group of white Pikmin under my command detected an object buried under the surface and immediately began to dig up this colossal flower bulb. Somehow, it hadn't yet sprouted into a towering flower. I plan to take it back to Hokotate and grow it there. My people will hail me as a botanical genius, and the mayor may even make me Supreme Flower Commander. Olimar's a man with a dream. Do not judge him for his dreams. I have once again discovered a completely undocumented species of Pikmin. These white Pikmin can find and dig up items that are buried entirely underground. We never would have found this priceless treasure without them. It's not priceless though, it's like 80 Pokos. Thankfully, it's the perfect stuff to patch a hole I just noticed on the ship's hull. P.S. I named the cave where I first encountered the white Pikmin the White Flower Garden. Makes sense. It's also weird that, like, the caves are retroactively named, because it was already called the White Flower Garden when we discovered it, so it's like, we kinda got a glimpse of the future there. What a strange pattern. When I look at it, I can feel good fortune smiling down on me. If I could just buy a lottery ticket right now, I'm sure I'd win. That's how they get you, Olimar. Computers view the world in ones and zeros, but my people are different. Our world isn't simply black or white, right or wrong. Everybody is different. Maybe one day the ship will understand that, and maybe one day it won't give me sass when I ask it to collect a slimy specimen. Yeah, the ship is a bit sassy, that's for sure. Also, really philosophical. It's just a mahjong tile, Olimar. When I gaze at this stone, I can feel my fate being forecasted. I must know what's going to happen to me. I'm sure it sees that I'll be hailed as a brilliant visionary and brave explorer when I return to Hokotate. I'm sure. At night, I have nothing to do to keep me occupied. I've been searching for something to dull the boredom, but every time I find something I want to play with, it's broken. This object is a great example. It looks fascinating, but I can't get it to function. I guess all I have to do is write in this journal. Writing is a very fun hobby. I write. Sometimes I write about things that actually happen to me, sometimes I write fan fiction. It's therapeutic, that's for sure. This is a peculiar object. Just looking at it fills me with a powerful sense of nostalgia. Now that I think about it, the Pikmin had a curious look on their faces when they carried it. Or maybe that was just my imagination. They're remembering lost days. Playing the N64. The cave we searched today was lined with flame-spewing spouts. The temperature in that cave was absolutely stifling. He's talking about the whole abyss. Oh, that reminds me. I completely forgot to tell Louis about Red Pikmin. He's so quiet I sometimes forget he's even there. This item I salvaged from the cave seems to be some kind of storage device, but I have no way to play back the contents. I wonder what could be on it. Okay, so like there actually is lore tidbits in this, and some of it, not all, not even most, but some of it actually has a strong impact on your understanding of the story. So it's not all just optional. I guess it is optional, but some of it actually has very large implications on what's going on. I read this one already. I often brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control, but when I peer at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. So funny, man. The interior of this hemisphere contains a chip coated with charts detailing a new region. I explored this forest the last time I was here, but it's clear that it has undergone some dramatic changes. Yeah, so if you remember in another episode, I mentioned that the Awakening Wood might look familiar to you. That's because it's actually the Forest of Hope from the first game. Exact same map, just different visuals and some walls thrown here and there. Some geographical changes, but yeah, it's the Forest of Hope, guys. The plants and animals have also evolved significantly. I've given this forest a new name, the Awakening Wood. I must begin to form a hypothesis to explain why the forest changed so rapidly. Yeah, he was only gone for a while. I wonder if, like, there's time travel involved with the light speed travel or something, I don't know. Maybe time works differently here, who knows? Today we searched a subterranean lair swarming with carnivorous bugs. The name Hole of Beasts immediately came to mind. The convenient contraption I found there has become an invaluable treasure-seeking tool. When it approaches a piece of treasure, the gadget beeps and the needle moves to the right. When all the treasure in an area has been collected, the device powers down. When we left Hokotate, I thought we'd never be able to pay off the company's debts, but thanks to this gadget, I'm feeling optimistic about the outcome of this daring mission. I love the implication that they're in love with treasure, and that's why the thing actually works. 5-man knapsack. 5-man knapsack? That's actually so funny. Because of the 5 fingers. Imagine sharing a sleeping bag with the homies. I'd love to lie down in the grass, bask in the sun, and take an afternoon nap. But with all of these Pikmin following me, I can never seem to relax. I should remember to press X to dismiss the Pikmin, and then press and hold X to take a nap. The last time I tried it, the Pikmin picked me up while I slept and carried me away to their onion. Hold your space horses, Pikmin. I'm not a pellet or a piece of treasure. Then I woke up. Great galaxies, it was all just a dream, wasn't it? Sure, that's how you magically appeared back to base. Here we go. Oh, look at this guy. Sus? Are you kidding me? Sus Draconis. The Blowhog family. This creature expels a volatile phosphorus compound from its snout that combusts upon contact with the air. This fire-breathing ability is dependent upon the air-to-fuel ratio at its mouth, catalyst reaction within the expelled compound, and purification of the compound. Thus, it is highly unlikely such a complex process could cause the spontaneous explosion of a fallen blowhog. This process is also perhaps to avoid the risk of spontaneous combustion in the belly of a live specimen. However, one should still treat a fiery blowhog with great care, even after its life functions have ceased. Just the idea of, like, its carcass exploding and chunks going everywhere is a very disturbing one. Here we have an iridescent Flint Beetle. The Pili envelopens. I don't know. I'm butchering these Latin names. Flint beetles are nocturnal, choosing to hide in the grass by day and stay active at night. These creatures keep undigested food pellets in their stomachs to sustain them through the winter, but given the right stimulus, they will spit them out. Recent research has revealed that these pellets are enveloped in a membrane that seals and preserves them in a sterile, airtight environment. If kept at room temperature, it seems that this pellet membrane will keep its contents fresh for up to 6 months. The membrane may be made from the same substance that gives the exoskeleton of the flint beetle its beautiful sheen. Interesting. Female shield grubs, the harmless ones. Himeagia mandibulosa. Jesus Christ. The mandiblard family. Sure. The males of this species are purple and black creatures with tapered mouths? I don't know. While the females are lighter in color and lack an armored exoskeleton. As with most mandiblards, these creatures have regressed to the point where they have lost both legs and wings. They can be seen crawling around in the ground and are believed to feed on the vegetable extracts from the congealed fluids of expired Pikmin. Ew! Ugh. Everything wants to eat Pikmin. Oh, look at them devouring the carrots. Holy shit. That was fast. This specimen is a male shear grub. Having lost both legs and wings, the male burrows into the soil and waits to ambush small creatures that pass by. This beast's mandibles can be dangerous, making creatures such as Pikmin easy prey. Now we have the cloaking burrow nit. Oh, look at that! It even keeps track of how many I've killed. So I've killed 2 so far. Trilobitans reclusiva, the burrow nit family. These videos are gonna get no views. The snake eye patterns on the beast shell is one of the most distinctive features of the burrow nit family. I'm doing this for fun. The red pattern of the cloaking burrow nit and the spikes around its mantle make it easily identifiable, while still making it a representative specimen of the burrow nit family. The shell on the cloaking burrow nit's back also provides a frame that fixes its muscular structure in place and appears to give the creature its powerful needle-launching attack. Such a brutal attack pattern, too. Let's look at it. He just pierces it. You okay, buddy? Boom! Look at that. Just impales the Pikmin. Boom! Can I zoom out? Bow! We have the Whisker Pillar here. The Lepidoptera Pluckius? Oh, that noise. As a species of insect has only recently been discovered, fully mature specimens have not yet been collected. No molting or metamorphosis has been observed during the observation period, making it unlikely that mature Whisker Pillars will be encountered anytime soon. Based on active predation by Pikmin, it is believed that the Whisker Pillar's place in the food chain has not changed over time. Alright, let's get that wriggling sound out of the way. Next we have the Matites. See, these are the ones that are very annoying. Unknown family. Interesting. These parasitic insects feed on eggs. Upon reaching maturity, they excrete a special pheromone that attracts females of particular species, enticing these females to swallow the Matites whole. What? Pikmin, however, seem to dislike the scent. After entering the host female's body, the Matites lay their own eggs inside the host's eggs just prior to the host spawning. Wait a minute. They attract females of other species. And then they get eaten on purpose. And then they lay their own eggs inside their eggs. That is fucked up. Does that happen in I'm sure that does that happen in nature? Is there like a real life equivalent to this? I'm sure there is, because there's so many crazy life forms on Earth, but just the idea of an invasive species planting their own eggs inside another species' eggs. I don't know. That's crazy. We have the Fenestari prismatis, otherwise known as the Unmarked Spectrolids. When strolling through the forest of this planet, clouds of these creatures are seen dancing overhead. Like flower petals drifting in the breeze, the sight of glitterbees dancing in the lush green undergrowth is unforgettable. Glitterbee collectors drool over specimen sample boxes lined up in order, highlighting the slight color gradation change, I almost like graduation, from blue to red to yellow. Such items fetch particularly high prices at auction. Yet each one's only worth 1 Poco, so like what is it, dude? Honey Wisp. The Honey Wisp family. Okay. This floating life form drifts effortlessly on the winds. Upon death, its physical structure instantly collapses, and as the creature is particularly elusive and difficult to catch, no sample specimens have been acquired as of yet. If we could simply recover a live sample, research on the species would likely proceed more smoothly. That's why there's no treasure value, because it's impossible to collect their carcass. The light emitted from this rare mushroom is neither a reflection nor a release of stored light. It grows not only on decomposing trees, but also on soil and rocks. This mushroom's fungal filaments are capable of stabilizing and concentrating pure Hocotanium Jesus Christ, no way. 111. It is none other than Hokatanium 111 approaching a point of critical mass that causes the glowcap's blue luminescence. They do make up some serious bullshit in this series, don't they? This is a naturalized species. These plants are extremely persistent, and with the assistance of a symbiotic fungus that grows on its roots, the species is able to survive even in drought conditions. Typically, its leaves come in groupings of 3, but intense impact on the leafing system. Ooh boy, I've been doing a lot of reading, guys. I'm so sorry. Leafing stem, early in the development cycle, can result in extremely rare 4-leaf cluster. That's just a real-ass clover. Horsetail! This variety of horsetail is prevalent in regions with low nutrient content in the soil. Unlike most other plants, this particular species propagates itself through the release of spores. Interesting. Here's a margaret, a real chrysanthemum. This plant's delicate yellow flowers often inspire waves of nostalgia, giving a bittersweet feeling to any who gaze upon them. How poetic. Fiddlehead! I like it. It looks like a fiddlehead. At first glance, this plant resembles a spring used in the ship's sub-light engine. Many of its primitive characteristics remain intact, including its habit of spreading through the dispersal of spores. Fun! Well, that wraps up this video. This is totally just an optional video. I don't even know how long this was. Oh, about normal episode length. Well, thanks for sticking around if you didn't skip this video, and I will see you guys next time.